Welcome to an EdTech Team video tutorial. This particular session is going to be on giving access to your document via a link for comment only. In the example you see on my screen is a Google Doc already created that has private settings so far. So right now it's not viewable by anyone. It is private to only me, as most docs would be when you first create a Google Doc in your account. So what I want to do is give people rights to this document to be able to comment. I'm going to want them to be able to come into this document and basically give me an adjective describing the picture they see on the screen. So in order to do that, I need to change the share settings from private to only me to comment rights with the link. So I'm going to come up here to the top right-hand side, the right corner. You'll see that there's a blue button that says share, and currently it has the lock on it, indicating that it's private to only me. So we're going to go ahead and click on that icon, and it's going to pop up this window where normally you would be able to add people's names to give edit rights to or comment, etc. But we just want to make it open to anyone with a link to be able to comment. So in other words, I don't have the email addresses or the Google accounts of the people that I want to give comment rights to. So I need to just make it completely open. So instead, I'm going to click on the advanced little link down there at the bottom right. So we're going to click on that. It's going to open up a new pop-up window where I'm going to go ahead and say change from where it says private only you can access. We're going to click on the blue little link there and change those settings so that anyone with a link, that's my second option here, can, and I'm going to change this to comment. So that means that anyone who has a link to this document, whether it's because I've shared it in an email or in a Google Doc or in a Google site, they click on that link, then they're going to have comment rights to this document. So as long as they have the link in some way, they can get to the document and be able to comment. So let's go ahead and save the changes we've made. And then I'm going to go ahead and click on done to make sure that I close out this window and everything's been applied. So now you can see by just looking up at the blue button that we clicked on earlier that even the icon itself has now changed, indicating to us that this is now shared as anyone with a link can comment. So that has been changed for us based on the setting that we selected earlier. So let's take a quick look to see what this would look like by a person who would have gotten the link. So I'm going to go ahead and just grab the link here really quick. And let's pretend that we have either emailed this link to that person or we shared it via a short link. Basically, we've given other people that link. So let's go over to an incognito window where I'm not logged in as the same me as the other account where we had the file, but instead, this is a completely different person who's logged into their account, and they're going to be able to get to that document as you see here. And so I'm going to go ahead and do exactly what I've been instructed to do. So I've been asked to use the comment feature to describe the image below using only adjectives. So I'm going to go ahead and select that image, and I'm going to go to insert and then select comment from the drop down menu there, and then I'm going to go ahead and leave my comment. So again, this is an adjective, so I'm going to say beautiful. And so my comment has now been left on that particular image. I do want to point out that when you select an item like I have there, so let me just click off of it. When I go in and I click on that image, because I've been asked to leave a comment on that image, you'll notice that, so when we click on it, it'll give you a little icon letting you know that you can leave a comment. So I'm just going to clear that out. So you can see this little plus here is what will appear automatically. So you can choose to go to insert and then say comment, or you can just simply click on the comment icon out here. So both are available. It's just your preference on which one you want to do. We did the drop-down menu and selected comment earlier, so I'm going to go ahead and do the plus symbol this time. So let's just get off of that, click on here, and there it is once again, the little icon. So we're going to click on that, and I'm going to add my comment once again. All right, so there's my comment. I'm going to come back to our other page so that you can see that we now have the comment that the other account has left. One last quick note, when we share this out, remember that when we went into the advanced settings, we set this to anyone with a link can comment. Notice that no sign-in is required. So even though my other account was signed in the incognito window, no sign-in is actually required, which is why when the other account signed in, it pops up as an anonymous user as opposed to an actual user with their user account info on there. Typically, when you do this with students or with other teachers, if you want to keep track of who's done what and who has said what, then you want to require the login so that you can actually see who's logged in when up here. But do note that if they are logged into their account, their comment will show up with their user information if they do in fact have a Google account. So that is definitely a plus even if you don't require it. But it's kind of nice when you're working collaboratively to see who's actually on the doc as opposed to seeing anonymous characters. I hope this tutorial has been useful on learning how to share documents using the comment feature and learning a little bit about adding comments and how you see commenters on your document.